Boy, I thought you knew, son. I'm so sorry about that. I did not mean to blow out your eardrums being that close to the mic. Uh, I'm just excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm just excited. People have been dropping fire content all day long. Shout out to Luis Hermosillo, to at It's Luigi, Julian Rowland, I believe is his name. Shout out to Harley Mack. Shout out to Chris Meets Chris. Like, y'all, y'all been coming through with the bangers today. I gots to say. So I'm gonna start off the video with that, and just kind of go over some of the things rumbling and tumbling around in my mind. If you care to hear, maybe you don't, but I'm gonna just keep chopping it up anyway. One thing that comes to mind that, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling it. I can already get the vibe that people in the community are feeling it, especially the bigger creators and the ones that we all look up to, like the Chris Meets Chris's and the Luis Hermosillos. You know, everyone's busy and everyone's got what they got going on, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially having newer creators coming in, shouting them out, and engaging with their content and whatnot. So like, it can be a lot, even for me. I don't even I have like 11 subscribers, but I feel like I'm in the comment section replying back and forth to comments on my videos and comments that I've made on other people's videos that they're responding to, and it can be a little overwhelming sometimes. It seems like it's a lot. And one habit that I know that I need to work on, me personally, is being long-winded. Not only in these vlogs, but also in my comments and in my engagement. I don't know if it comes off as like annoying, or it might for some. You feel me? Because I'd be long-winded in them comments, but I just get excited and I just start sharing, and sometimes oversharing. And so it's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this vlog. I mean, I wanted to talk about everything under the sun in this vlog, but I'm outside right now in this AZ heat and it's hot. And so I'm trying to set some parameters on myself, using that as an incentive to get back inside ASAP. My house is all black. It's just dark because I had to put in some sunblock shades to keep it cool, but that's besides the point. So getting back on topic, I struggle with oversharing sometimes, getting too excited, getting too amped up and involved when I'm first starting out with something, and then that kind of fizzles out over time. It's not a great habit to have for sustainability. Because I know as I grow, as my channel grows, and new subscribers and new creators come in and are engaging with me, and I'm engaging with them, I'm just not gonna have the time to be as long-winded and as like thorough or in-depth in my comments and in my conversations with these people. And so I don't want to like set the bar so high and set that as the expectation for how I operate, even though that is how I operate. But there's only so much time in a day that you can allocate to other people. So I don't take any offense if like I create this, or I write this big long drawn out 2, 3, 4 paragraph comment, and then the creator that I am commenting the post on just responds back with a sentence or two. That's perfectly fine. I get it. You got a lot more people to engage with. You got, aside from just the YouTube thing, like you got actual real life responsibilities, obligations, expectations to maintain, a family to provide for and care for. So yeah, you keep doing that. You feel me? I won't take no offense. And actually it'll kind of keep me roped in and level-headed to work towards getting out of the habit of being so long-winded and overly involved and engaged. Because as time goes on, there's just going to be more people to talk to, more people that are reaching out, and that I'm reaching out to. So yeah, for sustainability purposes, it's just not the move. So I'm looking to try and figure that out to make this a better experience for myself and for everybody, and to ensure that I keep, dropping content and coming out with some videos and some thoughts and some ideas to talk about. Dottie, come on. As you can see, I'm in the shade now because it is quite warm out. I think it's going to be a high of 109 today. Come on, little buddy, let's go. So getting back to, come on, hey, Dottie, come on. No, we're not going on a long walk today. Come on, let's go. Getting back to the topic of sustainability, that's going to be like a whole topic or a theme that's going to be reoccurring on this channel, because that's a core principle. It's something that I want to touch on and keep touching on, because it's highly important. There's no point in doing something that's good for you if you're only going to do it for a day or a week or a month. We want to set ourselves up for success to keep doing it. And one of the things that comes to mind regarding sustainability is health. And it's a topic that I've been wanting to touch on, because I've been going through some health things recently in the past month or so, that really has it's given me some time to reflect on the importance of health. When they say health is wealth, that is a true and in fact true statement, because when you have a health scare, nothing else matters. All these distractions, all the stuff going on in the world, like all that kind of is set to the side while you try and figure out this health situation and what's really going on. And I'm still chugging through it. I'm still trying to get through it. It's been a hassle dealing with the medical professionals and trying to get a solid, straightforward answer and to move forward with treatment, but everyone seems to be acting scared, holding their hands up like they don't want to take the liability, and it's just been very frustrating. So I'm still dealing with that. I actually just had a doctor's appointment this morning, after deciding to leave the care providers that were handling my case. They long story short, man, they made it seem like when the blood work came back that they'd be willing to move forward with treatment, and then as soon as the blood work came back and it pointed to what it is and what it's been suspected of, they backtracked and they want to pass me along to all these specialists, and it's just been a rigmarole. They're giving me the runaround. I don't feel like I'm not going to say I don't feel like they care. I just feel like they're not treating it with as much urgency as it needs to be. So for anyone that's going through a health thing right now, a health crisis, or something going on that requires you to go to the doctors or the hospital, you got to advocate for yourself really heavily. Like, you really got to be pushing them. And hey man, if you gotta, even if it's not your personality, if it's not in your nature to bitch, moan, and complain, you really have to make it a priority to bitch, moan, and complain until you get the answers and the treatment and the care that you need and deserve. So I just want to make that clear for anyone that is going through some health stuff. You are your own greatest advocate. No one's going to care unless and until you do. So, and that applies to not just, your health and whatnot. Even being as a creator and, creating content and getting involved in this community, people are not going to care unless they see that you care first. not only about what you're talking about, like you got to actually care what you're talking about, but you got to care about what other people are talking about too. Like the way I broke into this community was I jumped down there in those comments and got engaged and started, chopping it up with people and showing interest and showing them that I cared about what they're talking about. And that energy was reciprocated, and it's great. And I think that's what makes this community so uplifting and positive and different and unique, is because we come through and we show up for one another. And that's just super cool. But, going back to health is wealth and sustainability, yeah, man, you wanna do that which is good for you and to keep doing that, and you want to stop doing that which is detrimental to you and for you, and you want to try and cut that out or minimize out as much as possible, as quick as possible. Because I'm a true believer, we don't need more motivation and inspiration and videos and tips, tricks and hacks, and all that stuff is fun and it's entertaining and it's great. But a lot of the times, at least for me, we trick ourselves into thinking we're actually doing something, we're actually learning something, and we're not, at least not unless we're implementing it or finding ways to implement that information in a practical way on a regular basis, ideally daily. Outside of that, Dottie, come on, let's go. I already been out here way too long. I'm trying to go upstairs because it's hot. But Dot, come on, let's go. But yeah, no, so as far as like, getting into the rut and feeling stuck, I truly believe that we all know what we need to do. Okay, we don't need more of the stuff that we've been seeking out, trying to look for validation and permission to get started on what we know we need to do, or to continue on what we know we need to do. And the opposite is true of, we know what we shouldn't be doing. We know those things, those habits, those, those, what do I want to call them? You could even call them shackles, binds, addictions, or things that we know are keeping us behind. We know that they're detrimental to our health. We know that, sitting on the couch all day, every day, eating ho-hos, pizza, and Cheetos is not good for our health. We know that drinking every other day or every day, or, exuberant amounts, going through a 12-pack on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and by the time you get to the end of the week, you've consumed, a 52-pack. We know that's not good for our health. And even if we find ourselves in a time in life and about where we're going through something, or we fall back into bad habits or vices. That's the word I was looking for. Vices. We know what we shouldn't be doing. And so we gotta figure out a way to knock that out as fast as possible, and to minimize it as much as possible. So before I go off on a big long tangent like I always do, I'm gonna round up Dottie. Dottie, come on. You playing games now, man. It's hot out here. I don't know what you got a full coat of fur. I know you hot. I don't know what she doing, but anyways, I'm going upstairs. Anyways, yeah, that's all I really had to say. Just a couple things I wanted to touch on. Again, shout out to the creators that were dropping absolute bangers today. Y'all got me moving and grooving. I mean, I was finna drop today anyway, but I had to drop even sooner when I saw the fire that y'all was coming out with. So shout out to the squad. You feel me? That's what I'm gonna just start. So I'm gonna just start calling people in this community, just addressing everybody as the squad. You feel me? Or the gang. No, probably not the gang. Yeah, we'll stick with the squad. But anyways, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Stay up, stay blessed, and stay healthy. We're going to talk about it. Not in this video, but we're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. Yeah, off the dribble.